Man, you guys got some sequels coming at you this weekend, that's for sure. It's like the weekend of sequels. It's the sequend. 22 Jump Street! So 22 Jump Street stars Channing Tatum and Jonah Hill. They're done with high school that they were in the first movie. Now they're in college. That's right, they're undercover in college to do the exact same plot of the first movie. Yeah, drugs are circulating campus, so they gotta find the drugs and the drug supplier. And seriously, it's the same plot. Which is fine because the movie addresses it. They all but turn to the camera and be like, that's right, folks, same plot as the last movie. I give the movie credit for doing the whole, hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it approach. Safe approach? For sure. Effective? Yeah. Because it's enjoyable. I enjoyed the movie. I laughed in the movie. It does have some unique plot points for this movie. I really like what they did with Jonah Hill and Channing Tatum's relationship in this movie. They start, it's one of those fork in the road things where it's like, are we really what we want? I love Jonah Hill and Channing Tatum. Seriously. Their chemistry in this movie and the last movie, I couldn't imagine 21 or 22 Jump Street without these guys. It's just, could that ever happen? Ever? No. They're awesome together. This movie could literally be the two of them sitting in front of a fireplace in robes, reading the dialogue to Sling Blade. And if it's the two of them doing it, it's probably pretty interesting, if not pretty funny. Ice Cube is great in the movie. There's one scene where he just has a meltdown, and I was like, I want to see this guy rage out and melt down on everything. Can he do that? Can he just make a YouTube clip of him just losing his shit? I'd watch that. I would watch that more than the collective people of the world have watched that Gundam style video. But I do gotta address the fact that this movie does on many occasions give me that feeling of, yeah, I remember this movie. I saw it a couple years ago. It was called 21 Jump Street. And I address it because it is funny when a movie does that and addresses the fact that it is essentially a sequel. And they break down how sequels are and how they're not ever as good. And that this is in fact a sequel, and that does crack me up. But then when you see a lot of plot points in this movie that are the same as the last movie, you can't help but just be like, really? Hey, here's how you make two comedies. You write a comedy, and if it works, you write the same exact comedy for the second one. There you go, two movies. As long as you have the actors in the movie ironically address the fact to the audience that this is essentially the same movie as the last movie, it's all good. It just seems weird to me to give a movie like this a pass on that. It is cool when a movie is self-aware of what it is because it can play up the fact of what it is. It doesn't change the fact that it feels like writing the script is pretty much phoning it in. I mean, those scary movie pieces of shit know what they are. They don't get a pass. Everyone shits on them. So why does 22 Jump Street get a pass? Because it knows what it is. It's just a weird excuse to me. To be clear, I'm not shitting on 22 Jump Street. I actually enjoyed the movie and I liked it. Not as much as 21 Jump Street. 21 Jump Street was clearly better in my eyes. Probably because 21 Jump Street was a surprise. You come out of that going, holy shit, that was good. Now that 21 Jump Street was good, you go into 22 Jump Street going, all right, I think this could be good. It better be good. That's my rant. I felt like I had to address it. Don't mistake that for negativity, because it's not negativity. It's not a negative review. It's not a bad movie. Just shit I have to say. However, the end credits in this movie, hilarious. I was watching the end credits going, this is the funniest thing in the movie, which is a bummer because as you're watching it, that concept makes the rest of the movie feel less funny. It doesn't matter because as you're watching it, you're like, this is hysterical. So 22 Jump Street, although not as good as 21 Jump Street, was still funny. It was still enjoyable. I like what they did with the characters. I like where Channing Tatum and Jonah Hill's relationship went in this movie. It felt like a proper sequel and ironically, simultaneously felt like a rehash. And I will say 22 Jump Street is a good time, no alcohol required. All right, so 22 Jump Street, have you seen it? What did you think about it? Whatever you thought, comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, click right here to see more.